This is my new Korth Mongoose. They call it the Combat Mongoose. I just picked this up, and interesting enough, I had some questions about it, so I called Nighthawk Custom, who's the sole importer, and by chance, the guy that answered the phone was the international accounts manager, a gentleman by the name of Darren Brock, and there's a shout out to you, Darren. I kept Darren on the line for about 20 minutes just talking about the Korth pistols, how Nighthawk got involved with them, and just certain questions I had. This is a 4-inch. This one comes with 2 cylinders, and the neat thing about it, you've got this little button on it. You press this, the cylinder comes right out. I've got a 9mm cylinder that's fitted to the gun that I didn't bring this time. So I want to do I'll do a 9mm test next time. Now I've got Pythons, different Colts and Smith & Wessons, but these Korth revolvers, it just takes the build quality to a different level. When you cock this thing, you see the cylinder indexes even before the hammer comes to full cock. And the same thing, double action. You can index the cylinder before dropping the hammer, and the action, most of you are familiar with how smooth and good a Python action is. Like I say, this takes it to a whole different level. These are rather pricey, and some people say, why spend that much money on a revolver? But I've got friends that buy custom 1911s, like the Nighthawks or the Les Bear or the Wilson Combat, and they'll spend just as much as this costs. I'm just glad that Nighthawk is importing these into the country, and my next one I think is going to be a 3-inch version. I just see how I like this today, but anybody on the fence with a Korth or another high-end revolver like the Manurhin MR-73 could you've got to handle one of these things to really appreciate it. It's like the Rolex of revolvers. This comes with Hogue monogrips, and I might change these out to G10 VZ grips. Now my Manurhin, it has the world's ugliest grips. They're black rubber, but the way they feel on the gun on the Manurhin MR-73, it's just fantastic, so I'm just going to leave those. But I'm going to fire 38 specials the first time through it. I'll do 6 rounds single action, 6 rounds double action, and I'm shooting, this is Fiocchi 158 grain, full metal jacket. I fire these 6 rounds single action, and try some Federal 38 special, and then I'll put some 357s through it. First shot, so this is for you, Darren. The single action trigger on this is just, I'd like to say it's Python-like, but it's even better than a Python. I'll try some Federal ammo. Try these double action. Some people say there's a resurgence in revolvers, but I don't think it ever went away, but it's just people are getting aware of these really high-end revolvers, especially the Korths. They're just fantastic. The older ones had very high polished blue finish, but these that Nighthawk is importing have got a DLC finish. I think it's diamond-like coating, and it's supposed to be very durable. They polish the trigger. The hammer on this version is skeletonized. You actually have a real gold bead that picks up light, and it's better than brass. I think it's 18 karat gold. Well, here's 6 shots double action. This is unusual. Usually I shoot any pistol for the first time, I always pull left. here, I've got them right in here. Even the chambers are polished. Brass comes right out. The next range session, I'm going to do the 9mm cylinder, which is really an engineering marvel because you don't need moon clips. When you're extracting the 9mm case, a little nub comes out. You actually have to see it to believe it. And these are Federal 125 grain jacketed hollow points, a little bit more horsepower. I'll try 3 single action, 3 double action. My first 18 shots, this is probably about the best I've ever shot a revolver. This thing is like a laser. Unbelievable. Again, a shout out to Darren Brock at Nighthawk Custom. It's really a top shelf outfit to deal with, and thank you Nighthawk for importing these beautiful, beautiful revolvers. Next time it'll be the 9mm cylinder.